What's going on, guys? It's Greg Jones for Engine Builder. We are here at day one of the 2024 Hot Rod Drag Week. Today I'm joined by Andrew Starr. Behind us here is his 56 Chevy Bel-Air with a 582 cubic inch big block Chevy, and it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pen Grade 1, L-Ring DOS Original, and NPW.
Andy, great to see you.
Back at you, Greg.
You know, what these guys don't know is that you've contributed for Engine Builder magazine over the last couple of years with some awesome content on tuning and different performance things. So I want to say thank you for doing that, and hope you'll continue doing some of that.
Sure, I'll step back up.
But you know, it's great. We've run into events like Sick Week and now here at Drag Week, and we've never gotten to feature your car, which is looking awesome. So we want to know a little bit more about it. You know, I understand you've had this for a long time.
Yep, it's about 33 years I've had this car. Bought it as a wreck from a good friend of mine, and we started out very simple. It was a small block, dual quads, 4-speed Jericho, and a 49-inch twin 1190s. Had a lot of fun with it, and I've always had the Pro Street bug in my veins, and so in 1996 we Pro Streeted it and took it to the wedding in 97, where I married my wife, and it's been an evolving car since then. You know, so from a 565 on pump gas, it was going bottom tens, to this 582 where we just went a 948 at almost 145 mile an hour, 3,950 pounds with this tank of mine.
Right,
so
yeah, it's not light.
No, not at all. So we rotated gears in this car. It's got a 5-speed G-force. But really the engine was unique for me because I really wanted to do the high compression pump gas and learn how to tune all that and some of the dynamics. So we spent some time with the cam manufacturer, put a big cam in. It's 284, 292 at 50, 13-1 compression, and you know, standard dart block deal everybody runs. But what makes this special is the aluminum oval port Rodex heads, the Dash 3, coupled with the Hilborn Injection system. So the torque in the middle is fantastic. I need that for all of this mass to get down the racetrack. So actually, what I didn't mention earlier is this thing made 935 horsepower to the rear tires and 800 foot-pounds of torque. And that's at 4,000 right to 6,000. So the torque range is dynamic in this whole for this engine build. GF5R, 5-speed with a set of a sintered iron disc and an Ace performance clutch, so we can slip it at the racetrack. And then, of course, that Moser rear, the fabricated rear that Kevin Tully built when he worked at Hot Rod Chassis and Cycle. That's a piece of art unto itself. So, but this car runs pretty good, and we've been very, very fortunate with it on the drag and drive stuff. And I really have found this to be my home, you know, because drag racing's fun, but being in the car and taking it to this level and enjoying it, and you know, 8 hours a day is something that, you know, really sits well with me. I really enjoy that whole entire thing. Yeah,
absolutely. Very cool. So, Andy, you mentioned you've had a couple of different, you know, engines in the car over the years. But now you got the 582. You mentioned the Rodex heads. How about some of the other components that you're running inside?
Sure. Big fan of the Crowler stuff. So it's got a Crowler crank in it. It's 4 3/8 stroke. It's got a Crowler billet rod. It's a 6-inch 375. CP did the piston for me. We run a vacuum pump on this too, and we found in a lot of the driving that we were actually moving the bushing out of the rod. So these are now DLC coated pins to try and keep some of that at bay. You know, total seal rings have always done the job for us. Those are the primary components. So I've been working with, I've done engine assembly over the years, and that kind of helps me with my tuning process, you know, because you kind of have to know the internals of the motor to identify what it really wants. So Tim over at Bullet Cans has been grinding cans for me for 25 years, and we did a 55 millimeter cam with about 900 lift. It's what I say, 284, 292 at 50. It's got a 937 Crowler bush lifter in it, and the whole idea was to keep the valve train stable, even with all of this camshaft that's in it. And we've been very fortunate. Every now and again we use a valve spring. Sometimes we have to do some rocker arm work, and even though it's a steel, I love these steel Crowler rocker arms, you're going to wear them out. There's nothing we can do to keep that type of product as normal as possible because of the stress. We have spring oilers on this and an oil cooler. And these are some of the things that I constantly preach about when we start getting into some of these NA combinations to make them live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, obviously you mentioned the Hilborn Injection up top, and you worked for Hilborn for a lot of years.
I did.
You know, what about that injection system, you know, do you like the most?
So it's classified as an individual runner. So we don't have a platinum like most people are used to. So we have 8 separate little motors. And what that does is that, especially with big camshafts, eliminates all the reversion pulse from cylinder to cylinder. And what that means is down low, our part throttle, our torque, our acceleration, and more importantly, our drivability is really superior because of that elimination of the reversion pulse. So these things accelerate like they're nitrous. No, I don't pull a Darrell Alderman here. There's no blue bottles in the car, but they do really run that well. And I'm such a proponent of these intakes because of their not only their drivability, but the power they make. 800 foot-pounds of torque to the rear tires is blower territory, and we don't have a blower on this car. So those are some of the things that we see with these types of induction systems.
Yeah. Well, and they look pretty cool too, right?
Yes, no doubt.
Awesome. Andy, anything else about, you know, what you got in the Bel-Air here that we're leaving out?
No, not necessarily. This is the first car I ever really built. Other than welding the cage, which a good friend of mine did, I built the entire car myself. And I've had to do plenty of stuff twice, I promise you. But this was my first build, my first paint. And what that really did is that gave me appreciation for those that do this stuff for a living and how much work they put into these cars. And quite frankly, I'll never want to do it again. I'll stick with the engine work. Thank you very much.
Very good. All right, Andy, so you mentioned you're making over 900 horsepower. You ran a 948 here this morning. What's kind of the expectations for the week?
You know, I'd be really happy with a 940 average. That would be my best average ever. I'd love to see it go at 30. It's the best pass in this car. It's a 932 at 148 mile an hour. That's when the motor was fresh. This motor's already 5 years old. It's about half worn out, but it still gets the job done, so we'll just continue to run it the way it is. But that's our goal. I want to do a personal best and see if we can't beat that 932.
Very good. I love it. I love it. Well, Andy, it's great to see you. Thanks for giving us some time, and awesome to see the big block Chevy here and the Bel-Air.
My pleasure. Thank you, Greg.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys are checking out everything that Andy's got going on at Starr Performance Tuning and Consulting. And as always, make sure you're checking out enginebuildermag.com for more awesome engine content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hey, while I've got you guys here, I wanted to tell you about Find a Builder. It's a new microsite on enginebuildermag.com that's great for both engine shops and for potential customers looking to get engine work done. If you're an engine builder, this site is a place where you guys can list your shop and what you guys do to potential customers through enginebuildermag.com. It's an easy subscription-based microsite that'll let you guys connect to a new audience. And if you're a potential customer looking to get engine work done, this is a source to help you guys find a shop that's in your area or one that specializes in the type of engine work that you're trying to get done. Make sure you guys are checking out Find a Builder on enginebuildermag.com. Thanks.